listening to the Man Cave. All right, so are you guys fucking pumped for this?
I am very pumped.
I don't even know what's going on right now.
I'm just like so nervously fucking pumped that I know this is going to be nothing but a disappointment because
This
I'm
is gonna be a disaster. Everyone's gonna hate this.
I'm not so sure. I actually think positive thoughts.
So you have confidence in this?
Absolutely. I mean, with this trio right now, and once we get our quattro, then I'm sure we're gonna be rocking and rolling.
Don't, Brett, please.
No, I mean
Wow.
already.
Okay, so like you said, trio, me, you, Josh, because Brett's out.
Brett is out.
So
I'm
anyway,
sorry.
we keep saying it and this. Let's talk about what this is. This is what? What are we doing?
Well, first I
Ask
think
my wife because she has zero confidence in this.
well, I think first a proper introduction would be necessary. My name is Jeff Qualls, and we here, as I'm going to introduce and tell a little bit about myself, and then Brett can go and describe why he's
And
wearing
then the
flannel.
two people that are left listening after this boring fucking bullshit.
So
Don't worry,
the
the
name,
more we drink, the more interesting.
yes.
it is.
So I'm Jeff Qualls, and I do student loan collections.
All right.
Oh, that's all you got?
Yeah, that's it, man.
Nothing
Let's
more?
keep it short
Just
and
one's
short
all
and
you
sweet.
need, huh?
Everybody will learn more
Just
about
one
me
fact,
later.
Okay. I am Brett Goki, and I really don't know what the hell I'm doing with my life.
And that pretty much sums up Brett Goki. He actually doesn't need to say anything else.
I mean, that is enough of a biography that you're going to get. I mean, write a book, that is it.
And my name's Mike Hendricks, and I have a kid now, so I have to swindle my friends to hang out with me by coming up with these crazy fiasco ideas of, hey, let's start a podcast so we can just fucking sit in my basement and drink.
Except
this
it's
is
the
a
same
terrible
people
idea.
that show up every time, though.
Yeah, that's
What,
true.
Mike's dog?
Well, are we talking CUM or COME?
Oh, good point.
Wow, way to get dirty,
Good
Jeff.
point.
You had to
Well,
take it there.
basically, this is going to be complete open format, and we're going to start with a topic, but if it gets off topic, we don't give a shit. We're just going to keep rolling with it.
Yeah, so if you got a problem, fuck you. Keep it
But-
to yourself.
We started with technology, just the future of there's so many things that are out. We're fucking lucky. Like the era that we live in
The
is
chosen
so
few.
fucking awesome. Yeah.
I 100% have to agree, and I believe it's an appropriate topic as we are literally using what we consider probably the most technologically advanced setup that we've ever had in our lives. We've played Xbox,
Oh,
video
yeah.
games, things like that. Look, we have this setup that we put together by going online. If we didn't have the net or the web, as Brett calls it, or out there on the line.
On the line.
On the
On the line, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing right now. So I think as a human race, we owe technology a debt.
Well, that actually brings me to something. I want to ask you. I'll start with Brett. What's your definition of what is technology?
It's something that's just ever changing. I mean, you can't really define it because the moment you have it pinned and you have it defined and like, oh, it's this.
So it's
Next
just
thing you know, technology is just proving like all theories wrong and like, nope, we just proved that wrong. So
So
now
just
you have
this
to redefine it.
dynamic, ever-changing human evolution type thing.
Yes.
Jeff, what's your definition of technology?
It would be defined as, in my eyes, an entity created by humans and the assistance in our evolution, and assisting us in evolving as a human race. I mean, think about where we started with the first piece of technology. Probably would be the wheel, and ever since then, it's helped us. I mean, it's not just computers, in my opinion.
Oh no, I agree with you on that point, but I'm sure technology was before the wheel. I'm thinking like fucking wearing deer's skin as clothes. That's
Any adaptation
that's-
or evolution, I think.
That almost is exactly the definition I came up with. It was the things that humans create to fill our shortcomings. Because if you look at other animals, they're like fucking built for what. But
if
us,
that's the case and shortcomings, how come we haven't found anything to make our dicks bigger? And
Oh,
I know
there-
they have
are
Are you
pills
kidding
and
me?
shit and
There is.
oh yeah,
they're implants, but
No. The more,
like,
yeah, and literally
Come on
everything you
now.
just said is
we got something better than that.
technology.
I know there's some scientist out there that's as perverted as me
gonna
and wants a
read.
bigger package.
I'm gonna look up the actual definition of technology and see what this is. Okay.
Is it me or is Mike's voice like?
So the
like it's almost like he's trying
the
to.
definition of technology. The definition of technology
seducing
is
people on the Radio.
The application of scientific knowledge for practical purposes, especially in industry. All right, I don't know what the fuck that means. I think ours was better.
I mean, I think actually, but if you actually just read the definition again and apply what we were talking about, it actually makes sense.
Okay.
The application of scientific knowledge. Okay, well, I mean, to be advanced to, like you said, deer skin or wheels, whatever. That's scientific knowledge.
Foreskin.
That's scientific knowledge,
Getting
and
me hard.
that's for practical purposes. I mean, that's exactly. I mean, that's basically we basically came up with a separate definition.
Oh, I agree.
There's multiple definitions, and just if you look up the definition of insanity, for example, there's several different definitions.
I
but
hate the one that people quote.
It's and people are actually, it's a common misconception too, as well, because I mean, there's several definitions, but Albert Einstein's is the most popular. And that's where he says it's doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result.
Yeah, I've heard that.
But that's the one most commonly used, and people don't even realize it's actually Albert Einstein. And it's actually, if you look at if we want to look it up, actually, that'd be interesting. What the actual real definition is.
When are we gonna get like Carl in here, or like as a guest speaker or something?
We'll have to do a sports show, because I'm sure Carl would
we
love
will.
to do a sports
Because
show.
Absolutely.
Hearing Jeff talk like this is it's it's like watching monkeys use utensils for the first time.
What the fuck does that mean?
I think he was calling you dumb.
Wow, that's interesting.
Just to be nice, I'm sorry.
So, I don't know. What do we want to start with? What's cool right now? Did anybody look anything up?
Well, I did see the Oculus Rift goggles
Fucking
and the whole
badass.
setup. I mean, it just kind of makes me wonder the possibilities of what you could do with those goggles and that noise cancellation headphones that put out the sound and everything. I was watching some guy.
Been around for a while though.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, someone's out there is gonna just keep perfecting it till it's like, an alternate reality. So this guy just keeps looking over and he's like, "Who's there? Who's there?"
I watched that one.
And it was just tripping me out, like just how far this stuff has come. It's impressive.
I have a couple pretty good examples. For example, there's this scanner that's the size of a pen. And you guys can see it right here. It's right here.
Okay, it's a guy holding up a pen like to a piece of paper.
Yeah, and what it does is it actually scans letters. It can scan a page right there from your fingertip, and it's copying it right then and there. And it's a 5 megapixel sensor. And now, if you think about 5 megapixels, that's pretty damn good considering
5 years ago was the best camera.
that's like the best camera on a phone, And now they got it into a fucking pen.
Actually,
yeah,
that's
that
not the best.
scans it.
8 megapixel Note 3. What up?
Okay.
Hence why we said 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is a really good board. I actually put it together because we're talking about technology, and it's a bunch of cool technology.
Well, let's stick on this the
goggles and
pen thing. I read a thing about they were saying like cursive's gone. You don't teach kids cursive anymore.
I
in
only
school.
write in cursive. I only write in cursive. Even through high school, no one could read my frickin' notes because I was the only asshole writing cursive. Yeah, you can have that beer.
But it's
It is a
gone.
dead art, and
Yeah.
you know what? For that reason alone, my daughter, who is not born yet, will be April 11th. But when she's here and she starts writing, I will be teaching her cursive. I will make sure she knows how to write.
I think
cursive.
you're wrong. I think you won't even teach her typing. I think typing's gonna be like what cursive is now. Everybody's gonna be like, "You fucking type." Who
It'll
the
be
fuck
thinking
types
it.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
is it-
it'll just be like you think of it.
Well, who's gonna have the money for that? Because I'm sure once that comes out,
I mean,
it's gonna
think
be
about Blu-ray,
it's-
Brett. Think about how much
Yeah.
Blu-ray. Perfect example.
I remember going to Walmart or someplace with my dad to buy a VCR, and it was like $460 for
Jesus
fucking
Or
Christ.
laser, the
And-
first laser discs.
And for back then,
Oh, yeah,
$460
that was
for
a
back
lot of
then.
money.
Like that's saying a lot right there.
But technology is one of those things that's, you just wait, and it's cheap. It's so cheap.
As
It's
soon as
crazy.
it becomes mainstream, there's so many things. We're just talking about that pen, but another piece of that laser technology that's out there is and I'm trying to find it. It's actually a projection. It's basically a projector that will project an imaged keyboard wherever you want. So it basically is a touch screen, but without the screen.
I've seen that.
I want to kind of go back to the Oculus Rift thing.
Yeah,
just
go back.
because I
Yeah,
had
let's. That is cool. Let's talk about
because
that.
I had a really cool idea. Now, if I had the money to back this, and I'm sure someone out there is going to be like, oh, man, I had the same idea. To have an Oculus Rift thing, like the headphones and the goggles and the whole setup, and create your own porno with the Oculus Rift. Like, you could just pick whatever celebrity, and bam, a computer generates it, bam, and for all you know, you're fucking Charlize Theron. I mean, for all you know. I mean,
That's funny that you want to use technology to get off. That's how we are as men, though. It's like it could be the year 3000, and
we're still
it's
finding
just,
ways
yeah,
to get off.
it's what's the most
This
efficient
is how
way
far men will ever
to
go. We will,
splooge?
It'll basically be we'll just think and be like, you know what? I think I want to get off, and and I'm off.
Yeah. Now that's technology.
That's all the farther men will ever go.
That's true. We are a very simple species.
We are borderline mentally disabled.
I love that that Louis C.K. bit where he's talking about other animals watching humans have sex, and they'd be like, "What the fuck's this guy? He's doing it all wrong. He's coming on her tits. Oh, he's ruining. Oh my god, he just came every."
Yeah, you could have had it like 5 kids with that. What the hell?
But it's so
Jeez.
true. We don't even look at sex anymore as a reproductive tool.
No.
We actually that's the last thing we think of. Like, fuck. I hope she's
Yeah,
not
right.
pregnant.
Well, that's a society that kind of developed.
I love how backwards it is.
Mhm. But yeah, this Oculus Rift thing I think is going to be the next big thing. The next
Well, I mean,
Blu-ray.
you're going to start looking into family rooms, and there's going to be families of people with these goggles on and watching
Imagine what
TVs
the-
and things like that, playing games and
Mhm.
whatever else.
That's what I was kind of saying. I was imagining the applications. Imagine what the military can do with this.
Well,
Well, look at the Crow system. I'm sure you were in the military, Jeff, and I'm sure you remember the Crow system, being an MP. But the Crow system is basically a video game in the back of a tank or striker or whatever you're using. So you're in the safety of the up-armored vehicle in the back with a joystick and a screen, and you're playing video games for all you know.
Basically, yep.
And you're shooting and destroying stuff. I mean, this Oculus Rift thing kind of falls right into the same kind of application.
And
wars
training,
will
too,
no
like no
longer be
hurt.
fought with men. At one point in time, it's going to be guys like us sitting in a basement getting paid by the government and
Just like
fire up
video
their
games.
fire up their video
Until
games.
Skynet
And-
becomes
and
aware.
I think what it's going to happen is these people that are going to do that, they're going to lose all touch with reality, totally dehumanized these
Surrogate.
people.
Surrogates, that movie with Bruce Willis, perfect example.
I haven't seen it yet.
But
It's
you
good.
get what I'm saying, though, right? They're shooting people. It's like there's no.
Well,
like,
I
it
think
totally
I think it's already there.
dehumanizes them.
It's already there.
Well, it's only just going to be worse, I think. I mean, I think there's still some shreds of humanity left, and when you see them, you see it all over Facebook, you see it all over any kind of social media, and everyone's like, oh, man, I still have faith in the world. I still have faith in humanity because of this, that. The further we go, the less in touch we're going to have with our humanity.
No, I agree. I think technology, as human as it is, definitely takes away from humanity.
And then
that's an
at
interesting
that point,
point.
once it's like, okay, well, what can you do about it? Nothing. All right, well, I'm going to go masturbate. And you come full circle, back to masturbation.
That's where it all starts. I mean,
So it
that's what the
starts
first
and
caveman.
begins with masturbation.
First caveman. He's like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
That felt good.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm
ooh.
rubbing my dick against this rock.
You know what I feel like?
I feel like Mike is trying to seduce me with his voice. He just
Dude,
keeps
will you check to see if he has a boner?
This is. I mean, you've mentioned his voice enough. I think we get the point.
Yeah, I think
you wanna
you- I think
fucking
you-
jerk him
you
off.
wanna
I get it.
He keeps stroking his beer bottle.
Yeah, I know. He's like,
what the? Like
This
seriously,
is-
you're doing some Freudian self-conscious
I'm
fucking.
debating. No, hold on. Time out.
No,
No,
we're
no,
not
no, no,
timing
we're not
out for
timing out.
anything.
I'm
This is-
debating whether I should get another beer or
I'm
not.
debating on getting a cup and wearing it backwards.
I'm
That's what
pretty sure you.
debating.
I'm pretty sure you should cover that butthole.
Uh,
A cork may work.
How do we go to the fridge and get more beer? Do I just have to get
Well,
off the
see,
mic here?
see,
But
I
you
have,
do.
I have wireless headphones.
Yeah, but unfortunately your
so-
mic does not follow you, so
Yeah,
we
well,
need
just
more
get up.
technology.
Do you think we fucking need you to fucking talk for 2 seconds? Go
Yeah,
get
I
your
know.
fucking
I
beer,
think we'll be
faggot.
okay. See you later.
Thanks, Mike and Mike.
So
I'll see you in a minute.
I had this idea of the Oculus Rift getting connected to the drones, and you could go anywhere. Like you just somehow the technology, like when you walk, the drone's moving, and maybe the drone is in a beach of Hawaii, and you just go to this place and you put on this Oculus Rift and you put on the headphones, and when you're walking around and doing whatever you're doing in your reality, you're controlling this drone that's in Hawaii, and you're fucking. I mean, you can go anywhere. It's like, or a sports game, or say they have these drones set up like on top of the NFL field where you can just fly and like watch these fucking Oculus Rifts and you're just watching the game from right on top. Dude, I think it's going to be insane.
There's going to be parking spaces in the air above the stadium
For
for you to park your
fucking-
drone.
Yeah. Well, and this
Why-
Amazon
You
thing
have to pay money for that airspace.
where Amazon's trying to get it passed through the FAA for them to be able to send packages via drone.
Oh,
How
that
fucking crazy is that?
right. Well, I mean, you're describing the movie Surrogate, by the way.
I got to see this movie.
I mean,
there was a
except
movie
it's
you told me
bodies
to go
instead
see
of drones.
today. What was that?
Lucy.
Yes, I want to see that too.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna
what.
write these
I
down.
had a theory about when you died and the ability to use 100% of your brain, and that you would no longer need a physical form. You would no longer need a body. You would just be
Transcendence.
okay.
Yes,
That too. That would
human
work too.
transcendence. Let's
I
talk
mean,
about that too when you get
You'll
done.
just become just essentially energy. That's it. Because you're able to use 100% of your brain because there's some sort of light switch that pops on. You know, when you die, some sort of switch happens. You're like, oh, okay, everything makes sense. Boom! I can all of a sudden use 100% of my brain.
Some may say that's a soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
No,
why, like,
I
you know,
agree.
spirits are like, oh yeah, it's spirits. You know, they could be mistaken for that. It's just a theory I have.
So I told Brett this.
By the way, I believe in God.
I
I'm just joking.
it's
You're
Not
just
about
joking,
that.
or do
No.
you?
yeah.
I'm just joking about, you know, throwing that out there. I
but
do.
But do you believe? We're
okay.
confused.
So he
Yes, I
wasn't
do.
joking.
So you were joking, or
I'm not,
were?
I'm not an atheist.
Oh, okay. We were confused.
Okay.
But I told Brett this over the phone today. I was thinking about, like you were saying, transcendence of like being able to like upload your mind to a computer or something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was thinking, like, what if we're already in a computer program? And I know this is like a major mainstream theory now. And then I was thinking, we could fucking do it right now. Like, if you took a baby and just fed it through IV and put it in its deprivation tank and put fucking Oculus Rifts on it and just played a whole life scenario through these Rifts, and it only knew laying in this tub, living its life through this thing, and it was able to read its brainwave. Like, we could fucking do it right now.
Now add
we probably will.
and add the whole another thing on your list. Add the quantum computers to that,
Dude, that's going to be insane.
and being able to process that. God knows how fast. And you know, there you have it. Technology completely takes over. Not in the Matrix kind of way, but I mean, maybe in a way that it's just, you know,
Aware.
not self-aware.
No, I know
meaning-
you want to avoid saying it, but it's honestly the fucking truth. If you really
I-
think about what we're talking
I
about and
don't know
combine all
about
these things.
self-aware. That seems a little far, maybe paranoid-ish, kind of like conspiracy.
Well, I wish I would have read
kinda
it
thing.
because, especially since we were going to be doing this, but there was an article that said that AI is more dangerous than nuclear weapons. Did either of you see that on Facebook or on the news?
I didn't, but I
I
agree.
wish I would have read it. But yeah, they were saying that artificial
That's a
intelligence.
pretty bold statement. Nuclear
would
weapons
be-
f up a lot of ish. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I mean,
There's not really much coming back from nuclear explosion and fallout
Yeah,
and
but-
nuclear winters and shit.
but AI can take over nuclear weapons.
And also AI does not need a life form.
And you could
or
also have the
sustenance.
power to send yourself back to fucking dark ages, and there'd be no more fucking computers. Bam,
Ooh,
start
that's
over.
a good thing.
A restart.
Do you think the timeline that we see and that we read in history is the real timeline? Like, do you think, like, the Egyptians were like the oldest civilization, or do you think something was older?
Well, hold on here. Well, now we're getting into the whole religion coming into you
No.
know, over science here. How is
No.
it not?
I disagree. It doesn't have to be religion based.
Yeah,
Well, I mean-
I don't see why you just brought up religion either. Explain that.
Well, because you know you have your AD and BC, and when you know
Neither one of those have anything to do with the religion, actually.
you're talking about, like, you remember all the arguments on like carbon dating and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and
no.
yeah.
Oh, the Earth is really this old, but
I get what
the
you're
Bible
saying, but
says
we're
it's
just
this
trying to-
old. You know,
And-
and that's kind of where I was
And I'm
going
not
with
even
that.
saying that, like, because right now science is saying that they're way older than what the religious books are saying. I understand that. I'm asking, are we way older than what science is even saying?
I mean,
Time is relevant, I believe.
Because
And
what reminded me of is because you
remember
said
what you
knock us-
said today? You said time is not linear.
Yeah, dude.
that's the same
that was
same
scary.
same basic concept is that time, we perceive time a certain way because we're trained to do so, just like most of what we do in our lives. We're trained to do that certain thing. We're
This
trained
cheese is awesome.
Yeah, dude, that was the best buy I've ever made. We're eating
Except this is done now that honey
sour-
mustard's gone.
Well, now that my fat ass is sitting down here, you know.
sausage and cheese, and it's amazing. But I don't know. Like what reminded me of is you said knock us back to the Dark Ages, and I'm just thinking, what's to say that there wasn't a civilization just as advanced as us now, or more advanced, and they did just like totally fuck everything up to where we went back.
And we started.
Yeah, and restarted.
It could have happened a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe this, like the peak that we're at, has happened 20 times. And
Well, there was actually a formula that was, I guess, founded. There was some speculation and some craziness involved in this story, but I believe it was actually you that may have told me, so I may have actually slaughtered the story. But the general idea is that this person discovered the formula that, if you want to put it on a graph or something, we start down at 0. We have a X and Y axis, and then on this chart you have, time, okay, and then you of course you have at the peak right now. This is technology versus time, and it's getting to its peak. Basically, it's saying that it can't go any higher. We cannot get past a certain point. Now, we're not to that point yet, but once we get to that point, maybe that is the point of transcendence. Maybe that is the point to where we're not able to learn anymore, and that's the end of the fucking world.
that's like the exponential growth thing, where they're saying that technology is growing exponentially. And
Yeah,
it just
absolutely.
keeps like
Of course.
helping
Well,
itself
look at
grow
the cell
faster,
phones.
faster,
That's
faster.
your
Oh,
cell
yeah.
phones is a prime example of
3D
how everything-
printers.
You buy
those are so
a
cool.
cell phone. This Note 3 I have was like the tippy top when I bought it last year. It's not even a year since I've had this.
And a
Not
perfect
even.
example is I hold the Note 4. This is a
And-
perfect
and-
example.
and
No,
already
literally.
they're working on the Note 5, and next thing you know, that thing's gonna be
and then
obsolete.
the new
and everything else
iPhone
is just
18
evolving.
or whatever it is.
Everything's evolving at such
What
a
makes
rate.
me so mad about that is we build toys so well, and it grows so fast, but the real shit, like my fucking car still uses the same gas as cars did a fucking 100 years ago.
Well, I hate to be a conspiracy theory on that, but oil companies, they're not going to let anything happen. They're not going to
At a
let
certain
any
point,
kind
they're
of
not going to have a choice. I mean,
Yeah,
I get your
that's-
point of lobbyists and all that, but still, at a certain point, they're going to have no choice just because there's going to be an
No, but
overwhelming.
I think Brett's totally right. I think they delay things so much.
They're
Of course,
never
no, it's
gonna
just
let
like-
power.
You know, it's
The government
'cause right
controls
now
a
they
lot.
have it at a point to where they have all this money, and if anything changes, okay, now they're not monopolizing everything. It's gonna they're gonna use every single dollar they have to fight that and keep everything the way it is.
It reminds me of I watched a documentary on Nikola Tesla,
Mhm.
or is that his name?
You might have butchered that one.
No,
Tesla?
it's Tesla.
Yeah,
Tesla.
Tesla. Is that right?
Yes.
All right,
I don't
he's
know.
making me
It's
fucking. Okay.
It's Tesla.
Whatever his fucking first name is, Tesla. But basically, he had all this funding, and it was the whole AC current versus DC current, and he was a certain way, and Edison was another way, and Tesla was saying, okay, this is the way of the future, and he basically was coming up with these ideas to just send electricity like we do a Wi-Fi signal. Everything was going to be wireless. Like you could just send it over great distances.
It is Nikola
And
Tesla, by the way.
It is Nikola. Okay. So fuck Brett and his fucking ass.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
So basically, all the people that were funding him were like, "Well, whoa! If we're just sending it out in hyperspace, if everyone's going to have access to it, how do we govern it? How do we make sure that people are paying for it?" And this Tesla's guy's like, "Pay for it? No, this is going to be free energy for everyone." I'm sure I'm missing a lot of part of the story.
The
But
general idea,
basically-
though, is correct.
Yeah, but basically the people were like, well, fuck you. There's this Edison guy that's going to make us rich. So they pulled all their funding and gave it to this Edison guy, and then,
And the world's been working the same way for however many years.
But yeah, I mean, you see documentaries all the time, like the Who Killed the Electric Car, and all these documentaries about companies that have literally just thrown money to stop the growth of certain industries because they like the way it goes, even if it's better for the masses.
Anything that fucks up their cash flow, they're gonna spend every last dollar they have to protect it.
Yeah,
And they will go to stupid extremes, illegal extremes.
You think they've killed people?
Oh fuck yeah! Are you kidding me?
I bet. Yeah.
Fuck yeah! I mean, really? I mean, how far can greed go?
God.
I mean, it has no limits.
I think that's the word. Like, if I could fix humanity, it would be that. Like, if you just took greed, I really think you could just fix all of humanity by taking that one flaw.
Still gonna
out.
have sick folks, but yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, hey, if you want to talk about sick folk, I mean, there's a lot of conspiracy
prime
theories.
example of greed. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just wanted to make one more point on that. And you know, being a service member myself, it always makes me a little bit more passionate on this subject. But look what the average income of a soldier overseas makes. I'm not saying we were paid bad. I'm not saying that at all. I mean, hell, every 2 weeks I cleared my take-home was $1,900 every 2 weeks. That was as an E4, not married, no dependents, and that was in 2009. That was solid money for me. Solid money. But to compare that to being in a being in a foreign country to where people were trying to kill you, as opposed to a senator or a congressman, someone who's making anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000 a year. I mean, it's not even comparable. And are they in any danger? Well, maybe, sure. I mean, there's always people that want to, you know, whack a congressman.
I wish there were more of them.
So what I'm saying is, you know, the greed is definitely overwhelming. So.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't remember the point I was going to make before I was rudely interrupted, but...
that guy's an asshole.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I just want to make one more point.
What am I, Terrence and Phillip now? Do I sound like from Southside?
Exactly.
How about Terrence?
I don't know. With that shirt,
Hey, Phillip.
you look pretty fucking Canadian with that fucking shirt
Let me
on.
fart in your mouth. I'm Canadian. Hey, buddy.
I don't think any Canadian really talks like that.
I've met
No.
12.
I work with a lot
Mexico.
of
They all
Canadians
talked
and
like that. I promise you.
didn't.
Their heads actually...
They move like that?
Yeah, they actually are like just split in half, and they just...
By the way, how's that beer treating you? Is it good? Do you like the Bush Signature?
Actually, Bush Signature. It's delicious.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm
hop.
just
This show
drinking,
is
regular old
brought
Bud
to you
Light.
by Bush Signature.
It's actually not
Hey,
bad.
don't fucking plug them. They don't need our supporters.
I will always support you, Bush.
Yeah, fuck. Did you hear about
love
them,
Bush, too,
They
but the other kind
I
of
like
Bush.
hardwood.
They sent the
I'm sure you do, you
they
fucking-
sent the marketing team to New York. It's not in St. Louis anymore.
Really?
Yeah, InBev they pulled the plug, got them out of St.
Fuck
Louis.
you, InBev.
Yeah, it is kind of it's crazy too because they're one of the premier. You think of good advertising companies, and Anheuser-Busch has always been amazing.
Yeah, I mean, look at all the Bud Light commercials during Super Bowl time. I mean, everyone was like, "Oh man, that one Subaru commercial, that was pretty good. Oh yeah, that one, you know, Coke commercial, that was pretty. That Bud Light commercial,
Yeah.
oh man, that was so
Well,
funny." And it-
Budweiser, they
or
have
Budweiser, you know,
they have
either
the really
way.
good ones.
It was always those commercials that everybody looked forward to because they were the best.
Did
know?
you see the one with the Clydesdales are getting ready to play football? And
No,
all the
I did not.
All the sheep are watching them. You know, sheep have their big woolly wool on.
Right, woolly wool.
And then there's a sheep that's been shaved completely, and it's
Yeah.
running around they're like a streaker. But that's ingenious stuff. That's funny shit.
Right, and now they're no longer in St. Louis.
Yeah, now
so
they're-
that kind of sucks.
They're over in fucking New York. Like they need any more fucking jobs.
Well, I can't speak on that because the whole unemployment rate I have no idea on. So I'm.
I don't think
completely-
anyone does. They keep throwing numbers out there like they fucking mean anything, and I don't think they
well,
do.
I think scholars maintain that the records were lost in the Great Fire of 1918. So they're still-
I recall that damn Chicago fire.
yeah, started by a squirrel.
I was there. It was very interesting.
It was hot that day.
Did
I
you light the
remember.
squirrel on fire?
Hmm.
What the fuck was that laugh?
Yeah. Are you not looking up porn again? Are you?
I'm actually trying to look up what you guys were just
Oh,
wanting to
let's
know,
go
the
on
unemployment
3D
rate.
printing. Didn't you had the question about it?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh,
I
you're in
mean,
for a
3D
fucking
printing
treat.
is incredible.
I mean, because the reason why I ask is I'm a geospatial person.
This stuff's amazing.
So that would be amazing as far as like what we could use in the military and printing our maps. And I
6.7.
want to say that that's what we still have. We still have those 3D maps, but I'm wondering if it's different.
Basically, think of this. You see something on Amazon that you really want. A lamp. There's a lamp on Amazon you really fucking want.
Okay.
In the future, you won't order this lamp. You will order blueprints. Listen, you will order blueprints for this lamp, and you will have a machine, however big you want. Some of them now are the size of this computer. Some of them are big enough to build houses.
That's the original ones. They've been around for about 15 years.
You download this blueprint to this machine, and this machine prints the object that you want. Literally makes a 3D sculpture, and they use metal, plastics, different polymers to build whatever you want to build.
They made their
amazing.
first 3D printed gun.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Very controversial.
Yeah, because
What?
you can't.
Let's bring that up.
Well,
let's show Brett that.
I know.
Let's bring that up.
Yeah, let's pull it up.
Like being in the military and doing what I do, I know we've had 3D printouts of terrain, the 3D terrain visualization printouts and things like that, and we've dealt with all the geospatial stuff. But as far as a practical setting and an everyday kind of application, I have not even heard of that.
All right, we're gonna pull up a video for Brett to see.
Oh, nice! They can hear it too.
Oh yeah, it'll be recorded for.
This call will be recorded and may be monitored.
Damn, this is some badass graphics.
It may be the most eye-catching development in printing since Gutenberg invented the printing press 600 years ago.
This shit's gonna be crazy.
They can make copies
Yeah,
of
the
almost
printing press.
anything.
Gutenberg.
But
Why don't
this
you go to
time,
fucking school?
in 3D.
Read a
Seems
fucking
like
book.
science fiction, but
Asshole.
3D printing is
I'll
already
drink
in
a
use.
beer. How about that?
Building hearing aids, jewelry, even parts for NASA.
They built a
Now the
house.
technology
Did you
is
see that?
becoming
They
available
built
I
a
didn't,
to
I didn't see the
already.
house, but the gun
meaning you
thing
can turn
is
your garage
incredible.
into a
Fucking
small
crazy.
factory.
All right, let's see.
So
Come on,
what would
bitch.
you build?
We just want to
Many
see it work
drawbooks
so
are
Brett can
deposited.
see.
Building up the
I just
So
wanna
here it
see
is.
you work. Good for you, lady.
Here it is.
Beautiful.
This would be printed to be.
They just 3D
somewhat
printed
severe.
a
Oh my
fucking
goodness.
ear.
Yeah, some of the interesting ones.
Yeah, let's see what I find out.
Well, I see the application. I mean,
Yeah, I just wanted him to see how it works. So
Print an
basically,
ear
there's
and make a prosthetic ear for somebody.
So
you got to
basically
show them
it's
that
just
video
this-
of the gun, though.
this malleable stuff that basically hardens in an instant as soon as it's put out. And there's just a blueprint. A computer just prints out exactly what.
Yeah, they have
what you
full
want.
databases now because these printers have actually gone pretty mainstream.
Oh yeah, you can buy one.
Yeah,
right
you
now.
can buy them. They're like I think they're like $3,000, $1,500 to $3,000.
So, that's a fucking.
Jeff, if we
documentary.
had
This
any
one's
listeners
sweet.
ever, you would be the guy that
That one right
everyone
there.
would text in and say, Jeff, you're
This one here?
bullshit.
That one right
There here?
Liberator.
Remember that guy who was designing a 3D printed handgun? Blam, he did it.
There it is. And it's so hard to keep these out of the hands of anyone.
I'm Anthony.
That's
and
what I
a
mean.
little
The
while back, we talked
NSA
about
or
the
something
best
pulled the
distributed group
blueprints off the
founded
web, off
Yeah.
the internet from this
Oh,
guy.
that's crazy.
Wilson
They have
and their
fucking
mission
gum
to
in the
build
bottom
a
of your
3D
table.
printable
This
firearms
isn't my
that's safe
table,
for one
and that's
shot,
definitely
and then
not my
distribute
gum.
the plans free online. So we asked you whether you thought printed firearms and their plans should be regulated, and you guys responded really strongly, both for and against legislation. But here's the thing. That was all academic. Now it is real, because
Yeah.
this week, Cody Wilson tested and
Fucking
fired the
did it.
Liberator, the first 3D printed single-shot
Now, this
firearm.
was back in,
There's the remote test, and
It looks
there
like
is
this
Cody
was loaded
firing by
last year,
hand,
yeah.
which is actually pretty gutsy of him because one of the test guns exploded while firing. Now, 15 of the 16 parts of the pistol were printed with ABS plastic. The only other part is the firing pin, which is made up of a nail that you can pick up from a hardware store.
Wow.
Defense Distributed also added a chunk of steel inside the Liberator to comply with the Undetectable Firearms Act. Basically, they put it in there because the law says a gun
Okay.
has to set off metal detectors. Now, the plans of the gun are freely available
gonna answer?
online. It's a standard CAD
I'll just turn
file.
your mic down.
Anyone is allowed to grab it and print it. Now, you should know that while something like MakerBot's Replicator or other home 3D printers could technically print finely enough to make a Liberator, Defense
So,
Distributed uses a
Anyway,
really
we just wanted to
high-end
show
printer, and
Brett
they actually
these fucking crazy ass 3D printers. I guess he's been under a rock for the last 5 years.
Like I said, they've been around for a very, very long time.
Yeah, I remember. I was still
surprisingly.
living with my mom, and I had heard wind of them, and I started researching them, and I was telling Nikki, I was like, this is going to be the next fucking industrial revolution. I remember saying that to her.
I watched an entire documentary on these competing companies, and it was pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's all. I remember like the first story I ever read was a company that made a 3D printer, and they were talking about, well, what are the? It's just like anything new that comes out. People are always saying, what's the application? No one's gonna have this in their house. This doesn't seem like it's gonna be used, like they said about the personal computer. But they were saying that like they had a broken handle on one of the refrigerators in their office, and they were like, "Oh, instead of ordering the part, we just fucking put it in a blueprint, printed a fucking handle, screwed it in, it's good to go." And I just thought, wow, like that's gonna be amazing. Where, I mean, oh fuck, the leg of my couch just broke.
Think about how many jobs it's going to eliminate.
Oh yeah, I mean that's. But with everything like that, it opens up more. It opens up different jobs.
Oh yeah, certainly. It's a new. A lot of people are going to lose
Sorry.
jobs over it, just like when Redbox came out. Even.
Sorry
Yeah.
about the phone call.
That's fine. We know you're popular.
The wife was giving me trouble for not texting her when I got here.
Oh, that's so fucking psycho.
Chrissy, I'm sorry. This any views that are expressed during this podcast isn't any kind of views of any of us particularly. It's
Chrissy
just one of
knows
our
I love her,
sponsors.
but she also knows that I know pregnant women, and they are psycho.
So I'm guessing this podcast isn't very female friendly.
Why wouldn't it be? Are you calling us sexist?
What the hell is going on, Brad?
Absolutely, we are sexist.
No.
Don't lump us in with this bullshit.
Explain to us why we're sexist, Brett.
I don't know, but we're out of cheese and we need more cheese.
I ragged on men for 10 minutes. You didn't say a fucking word. I say pregnant women are psycho, and I'm labeled a sexist.
I know. I'm just giving you shit.
No.
No.
You started
See, this is a subconscious thing,
Really?
Brad, so
Yeah,
continue.
this is
Really?
where-
I just opened this up.
No,
really?
this is where we are. You know, it's like the racism thing. You
It
can
is
say,
the racism thing. You can say whatever you want about men, but the minute you say something about women, oh, now you're sexist, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah.
and it's the same way with race. And I don't know.
You
It
want to know
kind
the
of scares
truth?
me.
You want the scary truth? Women, and I'm going to base this off my wife, are a little too emotional and just get a little bit out of hand, especially when they're pregnant. Now, they can get mad at that statement, but the fact of it being true or untrue is that they can't argue the fact that they are way more emotional and hence a little bit more crazy.
Can't
than
lump
their
them all,
normal
though.
self.
Because I've met women that are more emotionally stable than me.
True. I mean, there's
But
an
I guess
anomaly
if you
for
were-
every
if you were to
theory.
yeah, that's true. I guess if you want to take the average, I guess I could agree with.
I mean,
the-
if you're going to take an average, a pool of women, like 100 women, I guarantee you're gonna be like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and
They're
that's probably not a fair
pregnant.
statement because I'm a pretty emotional guy. Do you cry? Like if you're watching Oprah or something, do you ever tear up?
Not
No.
Oprah.
You don't
Not-
watch Oprah.
Not Oprah.
I don't watch Oprah either. You fucking faggots.
No, I've watched Oprah from time to
How-
time.
However,
there
I
have
would,
been times.
I would consider myself if I see a tearjerker movie every once in a while or something like
Big
that.
I got this one for you.
Big
I got
Fish.
I
this one.
cry
Oh my
every
God.
time I see Big.
I
Fish.
got
Probably
one
has
for you.
something to do with my
It's
dad.
It's dad thing.
It has to.
I
Daddy
broke
issues.
down. I broke down to Nikki like a fucking
What's-
kid.
I
What's
did
weird
too.
is all of us three, we all have daddy issues.
That's true.
Like
well,
we-
you had an awesome
No,
dad. He
yeah,
just
your dad
passed
was
away
awesome.
too early.
Yeah, he
well,
did.
that's what I'm saying. It's still an issue.
That's true.
I mean, but we
all, in our own way, have a daddy issue.
That's true.
I mean, that's,
dude, I cried at your dad's funeral so bad.
oh my god, dude! I can't believe. Like, I remember looking out into the crowd in the church, and I was like, I had no fucking clue on what I was gonna say at his eulogy, and I was like, the story I wanted to say, my Aunt Jerry wanted to say, and I kind of told her like, hey, this is kind of all I got. So she was like, all right, I'll let you say that story, and I just looked out and I'm like, I have nothing else to say, so I just kind of winged it at the end there, and I look back in the back row and I catch Mike and Nikki, and Mike is fighting it back.
I was
Mike
bawling.
Mike was fighting it back, and I'm like, oh my god, like Mike wanted to make me fucking cry, and it's like my dad's funeral, but he's the one fucking crying. I was like, he's wanting to make me to start bawling like a baby. But yeah, I mean, we all have daddy issues, so that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And Josh would too.
Well, we all four do.
Yeah. No,
Josh definitely does.
That's,
But, I mean,
that's the thing is that's where we. I mean, it's very rare to find a stable family in America.
Carl Smith.
Well, he's an anomaly in every way.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, in every single fucking way. That guy is
If-
almost alien to the human race.
He should be the most interesting man over the Dos Equis guy.
Yeah.
Because like he doesn't follow any norm at all.
It's true. It's true. No, I love Carl. I've loved Carl since the day I met him.
Like sexually?
Carl, if
Not
you're hearing this
sexually.
right now, CJ Incorporated, we're bringing it back.
I don't know what that means.
Carl and
Only
Jeff.
Carl does.
So I
Matter of
forget
fact,
what we
you
were
know what?
talking
I'm gonna
about before.
fucking call him right now.
I forget
Hook
what
it
we were
up.
talking about.
To unplug it though.
I forget what we were talking about before this, Mike. But you said something. I mentioned the dad issues, but it was before I mentioned the dad issues thing. And I think it was about the sexist thing.
Plug it in. We're getting some feedback. This will be done in a second.
So you were talking about the sexist thing.
Okay. Yeah.
And I will say, yeah, us men are sexist. But at the same time, if logic was above all like the easiest thing to do, like if everyone was just more logical than they normally are.
You have reached the voicemail box of
fucking
six
Christ.
God,
three.
that
Turn
was
down your
so
audio.
fucking loud. Jesus.
No, on yours.
I think
Oh, he's
everyone
not
realized,
answering.
okay, for the most part,
He's
men
not-
men
okay.
are a little bit more simple, and by simple I mean a little bit more logical and think less with emotion, and it makes for a much simpler, less complicated kind of way of living.
Well, I mean, men are more simple. I will agree with that statement.
Simple-minded too, like we're not very. I mean,
Yeah, but you look at a lot of things, like a lot of the great minds in the world were male, so you can't say they're simple-minded.
there's plenty of great women out there that were the great minds of. I can't think of anything else.
I was
going
gonna
to
say, name one.
I can't.
The
think
only
of
time
any,
that
but
women
I'm
were
just trying
important
to-
were in 1920 when they were first allowed to elect.
Wow, Jeff.
You guys really know what's really funny?
I'm
is
just trying to go to bat for women here.
three men who are raised by strong women, and you guys are dogging them right now. You guys are dogging these strong ass fucking women that raised
I'm
us.
protecting women right now.
I don't know. You're provoking. By
I am not
asking
talking.
the question.
I am
I'm
not.
provoking
he
because
started
you
this.
said it was like the racist issue, and it's very true.
But I'm not saying that women are inferior to men. All I said was I made negative comments about men. You didn't say a word. I made
True.
one negative, and not even a negative comment.
They were funny.
Women are emotional when pregnant because of hormones. Scientific fact. I don't have any proof of that yet, but I can
Scientific
Wikipedia.
fact, they're crazy.
And you jumped all over me like I'm some kind of sexist, and I'm just thinking, it's funny how we are, that you can say whatever you want about certain groups of people.
So, you're right. I am society. You can look
Okay.
at me like I am society.
Okay.
I am not going against the norm. I'm just a sheep. How about that? Does that make you feel a little bit better?
I actually feel good now. Thank you.
Now we can move on.
So what else did you guys look up? Well, we talk about the Oculus Rift, your pen thing.
I did look up the Oculus Rift. That was awesome and totally excited for it.
Really cool. I want to get one.
I do too. I hope that TV is viewed like that. I hope they have movies with Oculus Rift to where you feel like you're in the movie and you can not just look at the TV, but you can look around and see the
no,
scenery.
that's where it's going.
You could see the scenery in the movie. You could be like, oh, that explosion over there. But if you look over here, this wind has blown up the skirt of a hot woman over here. So I'm just using that as
I
an
had
example.
a premonition in a way today where I was thinking, wow, video games are really advancing at this awesome rate. It's so cool. And I'm thinking, wow, movies really are too. Like you got the 3D movies, you got this Oculus Rift thing. And then I realized they're going to be one and the same. There's not going to be
Right.
the movie industry and the game industry. It's just going to be this interactive entertainment, fully immersed thing that you go through where there's a storyline, and
So,
it's going to
the
be
question
awesome.
is, where are
Once
you
again,
gonna...
surrogates. You have to
It's in
see
that
this fucking movie.
I already
So,
wrote it down.
I haven't seen it either, so don't feel bad.
Hold it up.
But my question is, now that you know that's where it's going, I mean, why would we not try to jump into that industry and try to get, some
it's-
sort of headway?
No, it's
Which
fear.
I'm sure it's being worked on right now, but still.
It's fear. Like I don't invest a lot of money. I mean, just through my I am so afraid. I hate money. I fucking hate money, and I don't do that.
Well, it's all money means nothing. Like a dollar bill means nothing.
Well, Yeah, it means feeding the
It's the
Mason.
same.
No, it just as much. What Brett's saying is
what I'm
about
saying
the
is-
backing of the gold in our reserve
it means
and all that.
the same thing as a monopoly dollar. Just because the government says it means this.
Well, guess what? As long as the government's saying it's meaning something, I want to keep it.
True that.
Because I still have a mortgage and I still have to feed the kid upstairs.
And you can't use monopoly money, Brett. I mean, let's be
Yeah, that's
honest
true.
here.
It's not
If
the
I
same.
tried to pay my rent with monopoly
I'd
money,
be
it wouldn't
so
work.
rich.
You guys, hey, listen.
My
Brett
landlord-
told
I mean, hey,
me
this
that
is
these
a
are the
gold.
same.
This is a gold piece of paper with 500 written on
My
it.
landlord is a total bitch.
You don't have a
Fuck her.
landlord.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you see, he's so good at acting. I didn't even know he was acting.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
he was so
Wow.
incredible.
Fuck that cunt.
Oh.
Wow.
You can't say you've
You
never
can't say
seen
either one of those words.
Yeah, you've never seen George Carlin. You can't say the F
You
word
can't
or the C
you
word.
can't say. I'll go through it with you.
Oh, does he know him? Here,
Yeah.
this is gonna be good.
Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits, fart, turd, and twat. Those are the words
That's
you
the
cannot
updated
say.
one.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna grab
So
these
for
chips.
those that didn't catch it that first time, it is shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits, fart, turd, and twat. So now that we've gotten all of those out of the way, we can move on with our lives.
Oh, well, I'm glad for that. But
You know what? I'm more surprised Jeff didn't know the words. That,
Jeff's not a. You're not like a stand-up comedian connoisseur. Jeff's a funny guy, but he doesn't
yeah, he's-
study comedy.
He's more of a mushroom than anything. He's a fun guy.
I don't know
but
what
he's
that
a,
means.
What the fuck
What
is
the
mushroom?
fuck does that mean?
He's a fun guy.
A mushroom means
Fun
fun
guy.
guy.
It means
Oh.
Hmm.
yeah.
That's
That
hilarious.
is good. A fun guy, man.
Guy.
Ooh.
Like, what the hell is he talking about?
Took you
Did he
guys
lose
a
it
second,
finally?
but hey, we got there.
we thought
got there.
maybe you lost it.
We took a
completely.
detour, but we still got there. That's all that matters.
Oh man. So shit. What are we gonna talk about now?
Well, I know.
Well, interesting point. I would actually like to talk about quantum mechanics and the. No, I'm just.
we
not-
did Oculus Rift. We did 3D printers. We did nanotechnology is one we haven't really touched on.
I mean, why don't we just
That's
stay
kinda-
on technology in general? I mean, we're kind of going down that road. So
Yeah,
let's just
we're
stick
still
with technology.
we've been on that. We've done a couple side streets, but I think we've stayed on the highway pretty well.
I mean, we
yeah.
did some sightseeing here and there.
But the nanotechnology, yeah, I didn't read much on it, but I know like the stuff that they want to do, like fucking the medical industry is where it would be huge, where you have these, because let's face it, the medical industry a lot of times is just, we think this is kind of what we do, and this we think it kind of helps, so we're just gonna do it, and then if it helps you, it helps you. Like cancer, we're just gonna kill every fast-growing cell in your body with this poison, and it's gonna help you. And that's kind of the way that it goes. But with nanotechnology, you can go, here, we're going to program these little bitty robots to just attack cancer cells, and we're going to leave all your good cells alone. That would be fucking amazing.
The medical industry is anyone who backs that, who gains money from sick people and from medicines, will do everything in their power to stop something like that.
This just in, Brett is being attacked by the government.
Apparently, because everything is the government hates me.
Well, what I'm saying is, anytime
Fuck the government, you know what I'm saying?
anytime anybody makes a lot of money, they're gonna stop anything that would threaten that.
No,
I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, you put yourself as a your
oh no,
CFO or
business-minded?
CEO.
Oh yeah, totally.
I mean, you are going to crush anything that threatens your livelihood for making those millions of dollars. You like driving those Lamborghinis. You like living in the mansions. You like all these models you're dating. You don't want that to end because of greed, so you're going to crush it.
I've even heard the theory that they don't want to cure cancer because they make so much money trying to cure cancer.
Absolutely.
That it would be actually way shitty for them to find a cure. It's kind of crazy.
I mean,
I would hope it's actually not.
It might
down to
be-
a financial fucking level. That would just be.
it
horrible.
might be a little far-fetched, sure, but impossible or improbable, no. I would not put it past humanity for that.
I try to think of a scenario. Like, what if we invented a cure for cancer? And we go into Pfizer and say, listen, we found this cure for cancer. The thing is, once someone's cured, it's contagious. So it's not like a pill. You have like this virus that kills cancer. So we really can't monitor it, and everyone could just get it healthy. You really won't make a lot of money, but we know how to do it. It's perfect. It's going to work. Are they going to really up the money if they can't make any money? I don't know. I think
they would just charge an exuberant amount of money for the medicine.
But then again, what's better for a business plan? Reoccurring income that's continually coming in, or a one-time thing? Hey, you know what? We can cure cancer, and for the next 6 months, while everybody's getting cured and come up with payments for this, we will make a stupid, inordinate amount of money. Or can we just kind of
do this for the next 100 years?
Do this for the next, 50 years, and have this much money coming in. They're going to take the continuous income, because that means it's guaranteed money. They're going to, Jeff's in collections. He can understand this. A payment in full is good as a collector because, it's going to be, oh, man, that's great on my bonus. But what's going to be good for your, for years that you're there, for the time that you're there? I want continuous payments to be like, it's guaranteed money, and it's in there, and it's reoccurring. It's, you're building off of it. So, they're going to take that reoccurring thing over that one time, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
It's scary to think that money has so much to do with what we do in life.
Take away money, how would the world be if there was no money? If everything was done on the barter system, everything was done on favors, everything was done on just any other way that you can think of.
That's called being a communist.
I don't think the communism runs on favors and fucking...
No, the ideal of what you're talking about is communism.
I saw this thing. There was this French guy, and he's basically the guy, when they make a futuristic movie, he's the one that they ask, all right, what are things are going to be like? I wish I could remember his name, but basically he said the future is going to be robots and all technology will do everything for us, and we won't have jobs. Our only jobs will be to fix the robots. And people will just sit on the beach, do nothing. Like, that's the perfect future society.
How is it? Because how many times do you see someone that's like a mechanic or someone that does things like fixes things and does something that would put this person out of work if you had a robot for him? Do they go, I get gratification from my work? It might be backbreaking. It might be hours of labor. But at the end of the day, he goes home, hangs up his coat in his house, and thinks back on his day and goes, you know what? I did something productive today. I did something that made me feel good. A sense of accomplishment is there. Like my brother, he works concrete, and I'm like, dude, you're a smart guy. You have so much potential. You could do so many different things. Why do you do concrete? And he's like, you know what? I don't mind it. He's like, I feel great when I look back at my work. I see how good that concrete looks, and my finish, and all this, that, and the other, and how his technique is on doing his job. He gets a sense of accomplishment. You take all that away, where's the passion in people living when it's all taken away by robots? You know what I mean?
Your kids. Why can't that passion go into, okay, I didn't have to work today, so I spent every fucking hour training my child to be fucking an awesome human being. Like, what
awesome
if that's
human
your
being,
job?
but what does he got to do? You don't have to teach him to be like, hey,
but I know, but you're
awesome.
thinking. I think you're thinking too linear, Brett. I think once again we're trained to think a certain way. What Mike is saying is that we're going to have a society that is no longer like ours. The society is where we're actually enjoying the little bit of life that we have,
That's
and
it.
all the the painful things we have to go through every day, like work, is done. Work is done by these machines that we've invented to assist us with actually really doing what we were made to do, is actually breathe the air that is created by these beautiful trees and beautiful environments on this planet, and actually enjoy life.
How much weed have you smoked? I'm joking. But no, I get your point, man.
I'm just saying that if you really break it down that simple,
I'm all for it. I get your point, and I'm all for it. I'm just saying that there is a sense of accomplishment. There is a sense of people actually out there that love what they do to earn a buck. And I guess they would.
But then they would love
to.
They would love to raise their child, is what Mike is saying. Is that the only reason why they love to do their job is that's their niche.
Why not have a system that pleases everybody on that front? Hey, you don't have to work. Fuck it. Go raise your kid and go travel the world and go do what you want. you sir that love to build motorcycles or do whatever, go build motorcycles. That's fine. We'll pay you for it. You know, I mean, there's got to be something, some kind of business model or economy model for a country that could, you know, suffice a lot of people.
Yeah, I think it's really weird where we're at now, for sure.
Don't get me started on that. On that, I'm gonna step away and get another beer.
You don't like the way American economy works right now?
No comment.
Well, if we had a choice to develop a society where it was just based on what we wake up and go live a life actually instead of working. I mean, we go to work 40 hours plus. I mean, that's the standard, right?
Yep.
And we come home and maybe get 3 hours, 4 hours of relaxation before we go to sleep.
Yep.
Sleep is a necessity. We need sleep to work. Okay, so it's this vicious circle. You eliminate work. Well, still, society is living on because we have these machines or whatever doing the job for us. That's incredible.
I think it would be cool.
Let that happen. I'm all for it. I would much rather just sit on a beach like you said. Your scenario is very nice.
And even the other way around, it doesn't have to be this futuristic place where the robots do everything. Even if we were just to go back to where we grew our own food and we raised our own livestock and you were home with the people that you love. We were talking about that. We were at Nikki's work Christmas party. You know, and everybody's saying, we're all together more than we're with our own family. And it makes me fucking sick to think that I'm hanging out with people at work who I love. I love the people I work with. But they're not my family. You know, it makes me sick to think that I'm going to spend more of my life years with the people I work with than the people at home. And
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, yeah, when you look at it like that, it's pretty fucked up, really. I mean,
even at this point, if someone were to say, hey, guess what? Tomorrow, everyone needs to start growing their own food. We're going to help. We're going to show people how to do it right. Communities, we're going to
for those that
like
don't know out there,
communities.
hydroponics and aquaponics. I don't know if you know about all that as far as technology and agriculture, but there's a lot of it out there. You can have a fully self-sustaining system out there, and that creates fish, plants, and if you want to, maybe some rabbits and maybe some actual meat for protein. But yeah, look it up and look into it.
And it would just be like, even like my neighborhood's a small neighborhood. There's probably, I don't know, 100 houses in here, if that. Probably between 50 and 100 houses. We have a huge park with a huge field. Like, why couldn't a community this big just say, you know what? Let's quit going to grocery stores. Let's just turn this field into something that the whole community can help build. It's like, hey, I'll stay home, and Mason and I can till the lawn every day. And, yeah, I'm working, but I'm still with my family. I'm not with
I think Jeff will
people.
refer to that as a communism again.
No.
Oh,
we were talking about economy.
No, because it's Mike's idea.
Oh.
What does that have to do with anything?
You
My penis is
you
bigger.
suck Mike's dick more than anybody
We're talking about
else's.
economy versus agriculture. What the hell are you talking about?
I'm just noting that you love Mike's dick more than mine.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you like my dick too, so
Everybody loves your dick, Mike.
it is true. It's very cute.
Just listen to his voice. You realize
in
his
real
dick
estate
is-
terms, it's quaint.
But no, I get what you're saying. That would be a great community, and I'm sure there are communities out there that have tried it, and there are neighborhoods and towns that have tried it. What do you think, Jeff?
Well, do you remember that neighborhood off of 94? This was just right before the economy crashed, and they were calling it Green something, and it was right between Mid Rivers Mall and the next one that's going towards 70. Holy cow! If you heard that,
Was that your neck?
that was Jeff's fucking neck. I hope that registered because that was ridiculous.
Yeah, it felt
I think I see it on the screen right there.
See the
It's
big
not a-
pop? Yeah, that was my neck popping.
Okay, Jeff.
But anyway, this was right
He's a
before
cyborg.
all of these the housing market hit the shitter. And it was going to be all made with green material, and they were going to use. You remember that?
Yeah.
They were like apartment buildings.
Yeah.
Fucking stayed there for months, never touched. The fucking rain kept coming in, storms came in, and they just abandoned the project. And it was crazy
I
to me
remember that.
all these neighborhoods are popping up everywhere. And for some reason, this green neighborhood that's going to try to do everything the right way, fucking gone. Gone in a year. They don't even finish the buildings. They demolish the buildings before they even finish.
Oh, there's some hidden agendas there that
That's
we're
the
not
only
aware
thing I
of,
could
of course.
think. And I sometimes venture into conspiracy theory stuff. But I'm thinking, all
You
these
know some of
fucking
them are out there.
neighborhoods. Yeah, all these fucking neighborhoods are coming up, and this is the one that fails. Get the fuck out of here.
You know damn well that some of these conspiracy theories have some sort of legit grounds and some legit basis to it. That there is some truth. Maybe not all, but some.
Building 7. All I'm gonna say. YouTube it.
Not sure what that is besides the number 7, which is a lucky number of mine.
You want to see? You've never seen Building 7?
No.
We need to feed Jeff some of that Fireball you got in the freezer.
I got Fireball in there.
This man over to my left, this Grizzly Adams-looking gentleman by the name of Jeff Qualls, if those of you have never seen him, he is fucking a riot when he is drunk, and so is Sir Michael over here, the big panda bear himself. So I think there needs to be some Fireball being passed around. I don't know.
Well,
what
go
you
get it. I
guys
got
think.
shot glasses back there. They're all. So Jeff, you've never seen Building 7 fall? The World Trade Center Building 7.
Oh, here we go. Loose change.
I'm sure
Loose change.
I may, probably have, but I just don't know.
Listen,
Here. I'm gonna
To be
play
honest,
it.
this is being recorded. Stop. Don't play anything yet,
All right,
please.
I'm pausing.
Please don't play anything. If this has to do or is tied in any way, shape, or form with loose change, I am being recorded. I am in the military. If I have any kind of affiliation with loose change, it's not good if it gets tied back to me.
That's something?
That is something. I promise you that is something.
What?
I swear to
There's something
God.
written in one of your military contracts that
It's
you
not
can't
written, but there has been something that's been passed on that says if you are feeding into this, so to say, like it's worded differently than what I'm paraphrasing.
Is this something you read on Snoops, or is this something that you've received?
Did you
something
receive this from
that-
one of your commanding officers?
It came through my squad leader, and it came to
Holy
him
shit.
Did
from
your
somebody
squad
else.
leader read it online?
No, it came to him from a commander who passed it down to the
I'm just
squad
saying, hold
leader.
on, let's be
Or
honest.
passed it down to the platoon
Was your squad
sergeant.
leader a fucktard?
Hold
I mean,
on.
I'm
No,
not saying.
he is very old. And
I mean, do you
probably
believe
doesn't
him?
even. He's old and barely even knows what the internet is. I believe him.
I want to hear. So you're saying that the military asked you to not use an open mind and to only support an agenda that helps them. You're saying this.
Listen. I'm saying that
This
there
is
you
fucking
can
breaking news.
you can.
Obama's gonna fucking come through the
This
skylight
was back in
himself and kill him.
2009 when I was told this. 2009.
Okay.
Okay. I was getting ready to go over to Iraq before Dad died. Then everything changed, and I went to Afghanistan instead.
Uh-huh.
And I was told by my squad leader, I'm not divulging any other information, and he was told by his platoon sergeant, or our platoon sergeant rather, and who he was told by the commander, anything that has to do with the loose change or any kind of conspiracy theories against the government that are, portraying the government in a certain way, we cannot be like supportive or affiliated with. So if this has anything to do with that,
Then that's
this
a
is
violation of
recorded,
your
this is-
constitutional right.
Bush was president at this time? 2007, you said?
2009.
Oh, okay, so Obama's president this time.
But Bush's effects were still in. That was what it was based from.
Okay,
because
my
it was
question is...
kind of attacking him.
My question is, this is fucking crazy. You said it went up from platoon to commander to blah blah blah. I don't know the ranks. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, you're
We
fine.
went as far as platoon sergeant, which that's like the equivalent of your.
Jeff should know about this. That
Well,
you
yeah,
weren't
Jeff's
allowed
in the
to.
military too.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
the
what
only
I'm saying.
non-military.
This
You didn't hear anything
here's-
about saying.
Here's
Okay.
the separation.
But-
That's what I mean.
But my question
It's
is,
weird.
how far do you think it went up that chain? Who's the? You saying that came from the president of the United
I
States?
don't know where it came from. All I know is that a
Well,
commander of
where-
a unit, which isn't very big in the big scheme of things.
Where would it make
a commander
sense?
of a unit isn't that big.
Okay, but where would it make sense that came from?
I mean, it could have For all we know, it could have been from a regimental.
I mean, that's the reason
commander.
why I was saying your
It could've been-
squad leader. Was he a fucking retard? And
No,
like,
he
just
was
made this
not.
stuff up?
He's very old. I'm not going to name his name, but he was old and didn't know dick about the internet, really.
So you thought.
But you said it. He got it from someone else.
Yes.
The commander.
Yeah.
So you thought. I think
But-
he was probably a CIA agent.
My question
He
is
probably had a little dick.
what part of that chain does it make sense to just, hey, we're going to come up with this policy? Because to me, it sounds like it would come from the very top, and if it
Well,
did,
I mean, it
That'd
doesn't
be huge
necessarily have to
disclosure,
come to that.
though.
Listen,
Crazy.
a rumor can come down from anyone above that commander. Like it could be a. For
well,
Christ's
it's
sakes,
really.
It could be a brigade. For all we know, it could have been our brigade. It could have been 70th.
Just your
Explain
people.
explain
Okay,
what
it
a
could've been
brigade is, because remember, these people are not military experts. You have to use lingo that
Okay,
everybody
you
can
have,
comprehend.
You have your brigade. You have your battalion. You have.
Still, you're using the words, but you're not explaining what they are.
I'm stepping down. Does that
Okay,
make it a
brigade
little better?
is the bigger part.
No, okay. It starts. I'll explain here. Put
Okay,
your
yes.
background, and you can have your story. Okay. So the military structure is that it starts at a, if you will, a platoon level. Okay, that's like the smallest. Well, I
like
guess
60
technically,
soldiers, 4
technically,
squads of.
technically,
Okay.
it starts at an individual unit,
15.
and then it goes to a squad of 10 usually,
10 to 15.
Okay.
and then it goes to a platoon, which up to 60,
60,
whatever,
60-ish.
Okay.
and then it goes to a company.
Okay.
And then
Mhm.
inside of each company is a
Inside of a company? You mean a company? Companies
companies
multiple
are-
companies making
Companies
up
make up.
yes,
a
are making up the actual battalion.
battalion.
Then
and
there's
a
a bunch. Then
brigade.
there's several different, several
Several
different companies
battalions
inside the
make up a
battalion,
brigade.
and then the couple different battalions make up the brigade,
Okay.
and then multiple brigades make up the arm. Well, the actual, I guess, depending
multiple
on which service.
brigades. There's
different
there's
service-
also regiments too,
and then, but the majority breaks down to the individual level of what you actually will come to in a interact with on a normal day-to-day basis,
So,
or company, battalion, brigade.
with him
Those are
saying
like the
that,
biggest.
for all we know, it could be the brigade commander or even battalion commander saying, "I don't want this happening." That could be.
and
saying
most
that-
likely,
and
and most likely that's where it was.
And
Yeah,
you,
because
there's
you
no way to
were
know.
in the military this time too.
But
you didn't
he
hear this?
were you
Right,
70th?
Okay.
Oh, I probably
I'm
shouldn't.
70th. Yeah, well,
Can
we
we not
probably.
say? Yeah, let's
I'm
not
out of the
say that.
military. I can say whatever the hell I want. Are you out of the military?
No, I'm a sergeant.
Okay, I can say it's the 70th Troop Command.
Okay,
And
well,
you guys didn't hear anything on your side.
We came
you
from the
at
same
the
troop
time
command.
were in the same troop command as me. However, where I was hearing this from, and my new squad leader was not 70th.
But also at the same time, a lot of what was happening, especially with us, because of our branch, is that you have multiple different units interacting with one another, because whenever there's a deployment, they come up with medical belt lines and financial belt lines, and they troop up or put together a bunch of different soldiers from different battalions and brigades and all that. And a lot of the times, because soldiers will miss their drill when they're supposed to be at their belt line before a deployment, and then they'll have to go link up, and then they'll have a group of 30 soldiers all from around the different troop command that have to go up to a battalion level or brigade level to do certain things. So you have a
That's
lot of
crazy.
different cross
Brett's
interaction.
doing a blowjob
Yes.
voice on his.
It's a bunch of different cross interactions. So I was backing Brett's idea, but obviously he's
He's not
sucking
appreciating
the
it.
mic, and he's not.
Okay,
appreciating
so
shit.
let's get us
I-
back
I-
to this. It's not loose change, by the way. So
Okay,
we
that's
went on
good.
a tangent for
So
no
we
fucking
should be
reason.
good. We should be good to
So
play it
let me
then.
set this up for everyone listening.
Hold on.
I-
do-
we
would-
will-
would-
can I at
can
least
we
do a
can we agree?
disclaimer?
Hold on.
Can I at least do a disclaimer?
Can you what?
Can I at least do a disclaimer?
Can we first,
Yeah,
before we do
you
this,
can.
before we do this, can we take a small break?
No smoke
no,
break.
We,
no,
no.
break.
I have
Listen.
to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you can go.
I-
well,
I
Well, I mean,
understand.
to
Okay.
defeat the
yeah,
entire
we want to
purpose.
show Jeff this, so
But
we're gonna.
I at least want to say that any views that would conflict with any kind of military agendas or anything like that is not necessarily reflected by me, Brett Koke. So I just do want to state that.
Okay.
And I'll back him up on that.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back with sex. Okay, so
And we're back.
Recording.
We are back. Welcome back.
Okay. Hit what? Oh, sorry.
So let's play this video.
Yeah, so we'll set it up real quick. So Jeff, you've never even heard of this first? I want to hear.
I'm sure I have, but I'm just not sure if I've heard to it as Building 7.
So-
I'm sure I've seen it. I just don't
Basically, three buildings fell on 9/11, and the one that you rarely hear about is Building 7, which wasn't as big as the first two towers, but it's still a skyscraper. It's bigger than anything that's in St. Louis, to give you an idea.
Oh, really?
And
Even
yeah,
taller than the Eagleton? The
I don't know.
Eagleton is the
we'll have to look.
the Eagleton is the tallest federal courthouse in all of America.
We'll look it up to
It's
see
121 floors high,
Oh, is it?
I think.
This might be 40 stories. I don't know. We'll look it up. But it's a huge building. It's not a tiny
It's
building.
nothing to shake a stick at.
That's a good way to put it. And it wasn't hit by any planes or bombs or anything that they would say.
Just anything that was planted.
So basically, in the what is it? Is it the Warren Commission? Is that the name of the?
Yeah, the Warren Commission was JFK.
Oh, okay. See, I'm getting my conspiracy theories mixed up. So whatever the 9/11 Commission, they said that
I don't know what it's called, but yeah.
they said it burnt down by fire. That this building fell because of fire. So we're gonna
sure the steel melts at that,
there
level
it
of
is
heat.
falling, Jeff. If you can see that.
That looks like the same kind of way.
So this looks like a video.
Looks like a controlled demolition.
Like anytime you see a
Yes.
building get demolished, it falls the same exact way.
That's what a lot of people say.
And that's just my observation. I'm no expert.
Yeah,
And
none of us are architects. We can barely fucking put a sentence together, so we're not building buildings.
It's perfectly straight up and down. It's a perfectly vertical fall. Like it doesn't topple. It's just straight collapsing within itself.
And to be
Like,
fair,
that's
that's scary. Just seeing that is really scary. That just gives you the heebie-jeebies.
How many people were in there?
I know they got everybody out of that one.
Let's throw this out there real quick. Let's say something happened to the structural integrity. Yeah, it's incredible. Let's say something happened to the structural integrity of the bottom of it by something falling, like one of the towers.
Well, and to be
And
fair,
wouldn't it fall at an angle? Wouldn't some parts of it fall at a certain, degree? Wouldn't it kind of topple, or maybe one side or the other? Because if something topples on one side, it's not going to topple completely around it and make it fall totally
and
on
and
in
that's a lot of
itself.
people's defense when they're saying, when people call them conspiracy theorists. And to be fair, they're only showing video of the front side of the building. Apparently, there was structural damage on the back side of the building that faced the towers from the rubble of the other
True.
two towers.
Okay,
but
wouldn't it fall back?
and that's what I'm
towards
saying.
that side?
Like what you're saying is, well, if one side's weaker
that
and
is
the one side's
perfect.
untouched.
That is a perfect fall.
Yeah. And what a lot of people say is you can actually see the middle fall first, which is
Yeah, it looks like it bows.
yeah,
as it's
exactly,
falling.
which is typical, controlled demolition, what you would see in a controlled demolition.
Let's just put it this way. We're peons as far as the federal government.
Good God, it's scary to see. Just to let everyone know,
it is
it's just
straight
a
up and
video.
down.
It's like 20. I don't know. There's probably been 20 already, but videos, just multiple people's videos of this thing, and it's scary every time. Like it gives you the heebie-jeebies.
Here's
Okay,
the thing.
it's over.
It kind of makes you question. But at the same time, here's my point. We are all peons. Will we ever know? Probably not. Will the government ever release anything? If there was anything backdoor, they would never. If there was a conspiracy out there, the government would never let it out. We would never find out unless there's a million Snowdens out there.
Well,
and that are whistleblowers that
we
would
know
say
about
something.
things now that they lied about World War II and
Well,
Vietnam.
let's elaborate.
I'm
sure there's people out there that don't know.
the sinking of the Lusitania, was that World War I, World War II?
I'm not sure.
Supposedly they knew it was going to happen, but they let it because it would have let us get into the war. Something along those lines.
That was before we probably
and
joined
the
in
Gulf
World War II.
What is the Gulf of Vietnam? The Gulf of it's fucking what Jesse Ventura always says.
I'm not sure, but this is Josh's forte.
Yeah,
really,
see, that's why we need fucking Josh here
because he's the
Gulf of Tonkin.
not Tonka, Tatanka,
Tonkin.
Tatanka truck. Tatanka truck.
Tatanka no buff.
K-I-N.
Tatanka no
So
buff.
basically, whatever happened at this golf is what got us into Vietnam,
Jeff just shat his pants.
and it never happened.
That never happened.
It never did happen.
Jeff
Are you
shat
trying to
himself.
call Carl again? Or Josh?
I'm gonna try to call Josh
Let's-
again.
let's put Josh
Let's
on
just-
this.
yeah, let's
you know,
just
let's
give him
get
a
somebody
call.
in here. We need a guest speaker. Should we call my
Yeah.
wife? We can call my wife.
Here, plug this in.
Dude,
first.
dude,
Probably won't
we should
answer.
call my wife and tell her how beautiful she is. But we should put her on this. Jeff, can we do that?
We can call her.
If we can.
I want to call my wife.
Jeff's making a phone call real quick. Who are we calling?
She'll be
We're
really
calling
mad.
Josh Postel.
Okay. Turn your media down a little bit.
I want to answer this. Let's leave a message if he doesn't answer.
Leave him a message.
We'll leave a message.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for calling
My
my
phone,
phone.
I'm not able to answer.
We'll take
right now.
turns. Jeff, you go first.
Please try me back a little bit later. Thank you.
Tell me just want something. Talking to the mic.
It doesn't work through there.
Josh, this is Jeff Qualls with the Man Cave. We're calling you as a resident expert in geeky shit. However, you're not answering your phone.
Hey, Josh, it's Mike. Completely disappointed that you would cancel this over the health of your child. Fucking douchebag move. So I'm gonna send this over to Brett. It's
I don't
got to
think
be
it's
plugged
not
in.
gonna read.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to talk
just
into
talk
his mic.
loud. Yeah, talking to my mic. Okay, we're
All
back.
right, Josh, old goody, yo, buddy, pal. I just want to let you know that I'm wide awake.
I'm wide awake.
He got it. He got it. Listen, I just want to say you're an asshole because we went back and forth on scheduling times of doing this, and you weren't able to do this. And me and you were going back and forth, but I'm the one that's here, and you're not, and you're missing out. So I just want you to let that sink in.
Goodbye. All right, that's cool.
He's
That's
going to
cool.
be pissed.
That's fun.
Should we call my wife?
Yeah, plug her in if you want to call her.
Hold on.
What are we going to say to her?
Prompt her and let her know.
Oh, I'm gonna prompt her. All right.
What are we gonna ask her? Let's ask a legitimate question from a pregnant woman. If there's anything out there you want to ask a pregnant woman,
Oh, here we go. We'll ask her, what technology would you want to make your pregnancy better?
perfect.
Probably an iPad. You better get an iPad for Christmas. Feedback.
Am I out? Oh man.
Oh, he's calling her. Who you calling, Jeff? Chrissy?
Number 636.
Hold on. Don't give the number.
Oh man, but I think our first podcast is going pretty well. Let's see, we're at about an hour and 20 minutes, and it's ringing. Here we go.
I'm gonna answer it. Can I adjust this? It's where I'm just on both right here. We're calling my wife, by the way.
Hello?
Chrissy?
Yeah?
Hey, I just want to let you know you're on the podcast right now. But we had a question for you. I understand your stomach hurts, and I'm sorry your stomach hurts. But we had a legitimate question from someone who was pregnant, and we were kind of talking about this, and we were wondering if there was any piece of technology that would help you out with your pregnancy that you wish was available. What would it be?
A robot husband that's better than you.
I have no idea.
God, Chrissy, you sound so fucking sexy right now. You don't
Yeah.
sound sick at all. You sound fucking hot.
Do you hear Mike?
Okay, I'm going to bed, guys. Night.
Good night.
I love you. I'll be home soon.
Yeah. So, I would be contemplating divorce, actually.
She is not happy.
Well, why the fuck would you call her when she's not happy?
Yeah, that was.
Well, I thought that involving her would have been cool.
Hey, Brad, this fucking thing you're going to do is retarded.
So I want you to call me. I want you to call me in 3 hours, and then
While
ask
I'm
me a
sleeping.
question about it while I'm sleeping.
God, you're helpless. You poor thing.
It's
Am I
okay.
the only husband out there that's way too brutally honest and way too brutally truthful to their wife?
I don't know if we could get my mom on here to answer
Oh,
that question.
let's call
Yeah.
Cindy.
Let's
God damn
call
it,
her.
let's call her.
You talk, Jeff.
Oh, she's pissed.
Oh, no.
Is that what she said?
She text you?
Yeah.
Oh,
you just get
no.
that?
Now we're broadcasting. You can turn up one click. That's good.
Hello?
Hello, you are on with the Man Cave.
Lovely.
So we're gonna call you and ask you a question here.
Okay.
So let's see. So the question that we want to ask is, think back in the days when you were pregnant with me. And by the way, viewers, this is Cindy Qualls, my mother.
So hot.
If you actually had a choice of technology, and it could be any technology that you would want, when you were pregnant, what would you want to have to assist you with your pregnancy? It can be anything. It can be made up. It could be something that's just came out this year. Whatever. What technology would you like?
A man with artificial intelligence.
Better prenatal monitoring.
Oh, there we go. Because you would have aborted your fucking...
Okay, so basically, what does that mean, that you would have aborted me?
No. Of course not. I would have been able to tell that I had placenta previa and been more prepared for it, and you'd have had less chance of having a near brush with death.
Ooh, I didn't
And
know
less chance of Jeff not getting enough oxygen to his brain and him having brain damage.
Yeah, Brett still is not getting enough oxygen to his brain.
Yes.
Oh, well, that was good. Yeah, that's...
Okay. All right.
it.
Well, thank you very much, Ms. Qualls.
Love you, Cindy.
Is that the end of that?
Yep, that is the end. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you,
Was that my...
All right, hang
Was
on
that my
hang on the
husband
line.
in
We'll
the
get you over
background?
to our prize line, so you can go ahead and get that gift card. Thank you very much.
That is the
Oh,
mother
that's funny.
of the show,
The mother hen.
the mother hen of the man
I
cave.
actually just received
She
a text
is-
message from Josh Postel, and he states, "Sorry, man, give me a bit, and I can talk."
Oh, what is
Running a RAID ATM.
You know that Cindy
the-
is the
what does that
unspoken
mean?
mother of the show, right? Like, she should be that.
For
Dude,
sure.
You need to turn me back up because I talk away from my mic, please. I was just
You guys
on
got
the
you
mic.
guys got really loud all of a sudden.
I'll turn me back up
Um,
because I'm talking like this now. If you could.
Okay, you're up.
All right.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess we're getting bored now, right?
I don't know. I mean, let's explore something that we love talking about all the time. Beer.
Yeah, we could talk about beer. I
We
don't
could,
drink a lot.
or
And
we
the-
could
and
talk
the
about
beer-
socialism.
No,
Karl
Jeff,
Marx.
We're done with conspiracy theories. I think for now we've beaten that dead dog or horse.
Who the
whichever
fuck
animal.
says beat that dead dog?
The Chinese. God, I just...
You and Michael
Oh,
Vick hanging out
man.
again?
I just made 1 billion listeners mad. We're never going to make it.
We're never gonna get sponsored.
Oh, gosh.
No, I mean let's talk about beer Olympics. The idea. I still have that
Oh,
notebook
yeah.
here that I left.
Ooh, fuck, I don't know where that is.
Are you shitting me? I had some
I
gold.
think we
Oh,
used it as fire.
dude.
Oh, dude, we used it
I
as
have
fire
some
starter
fucking
last
gems.
weekend.
I had some fucking gems. in
Dude,
there.
that's what you used as fire starter last
I remember
weekend.
that, yeah.
My God. Listen, I'm just.
I'm not joking,
I'm not.
though.
I'm not
I'm
being
serious
a
about that
little
notebook.
cocky here, but I'm just letting you know. If we did do a beer Olympics, I would guarantee me in the top 3, at bare minimum top 3.
You can guarantee my cock in your
We
ass.
know that I beat Jeff at the Flippy Cup at Halloween.
Actually,
I think Oh, and Jeff spills his beer on cue perfectly.
There's paper towels on the bar.
Yeah, Jeff. way to
I'll
spill
leave
your
that.
beer.
I'll leave that to
bad.
Consuela.
No,
Well, there
me
goes
no
another
clean.
200 million listeners.
Me no clean. No, no. No, I mean, I think I would be a very strong contender for going for the gold on that one, and I think Jeff would be a little sore that he can't beat me in Flip Cup. Remember at Rick's house? He couldn't.
I
shake
wasn't
his
at
stick
Rick's
on.
house on
You didn't go?
Halloween.
Where'd you
Mm-mm.
go for Halloween?
We
What'd you
stayed
do
here.
for Halloween?
We took Mason to Halloween Street in Flowtown.
Oh, really nice neighborhood here this time of year.
There's like 1,500 freaking kids on the at Devon's doorstep.
Really? Now I hear Florissant's not far from Ferguson right now. That's true, right?
Yeah, I mean they're close. They're in the vicinity.
So I hear it's a good
Other
time
side
of
of the
year to
highway.
vacation around there.
It's
You like to vacation around Devon's doorstep? Your sister-in-law?
I think it was Jeff that said that he wanted to vacation on Devon's doorstep.
You used to talk about Devon all the time.
I still do. 99% of the time it's because I want to bother Nikki, and 1% of the time it's just because I want to, bother
Yeah, that
Nikki.
1%. Sure.
You were talking about sharing ice cream, I thought. I heard.
She got super sick sharing ice cream with Mr. Mason one time.
I got a text from my wife saying, "Really, Brett?"
Really, Brett?
That's it? Really, Brett?
Yeah, that's divorce.
Really, whatever. Always fucking embarrassing me. I wasn't even
Always
trying to embarrass
embarrassing.
her. I was legitimately asking her what she thought that.
She thought you were embarrassing her. You better call her.
No, don't.
Do not.
I'm not gonna call your wife. This is your decision.
Yeah, I'm already
This
in
is
the
your- this
doghouse,
is your
'cause that was
future.
dumb.
Oh, future sore subject. Oh,
She
God.
was already upset from Thanksgiving.
What happened Thanksgiving?
What's Thanksgiving?
When
Okay, let me clarify. I don't mean what is Thanksgiving. I know what Thanksgiving is, but Brett had
Oh.
stated Thanksgiving, and he
Thanks.
just shit his pants. FYI. God, it smells like raw sausage.
Like a bunch of fucking apes in here. Raw sausage.
Who
Like-
says that?
Like Bob Evans, raw sausage, spicy.
All right, listen. So Thanksgiving, she got upset because I said the c word.
Do you want to be? Oh,
'cause
over
I was
here you
saying
mean?
cunt.
You
Yeah,
over here?
She didn't let me say
Cunt's
that.
like top 5 word for me. I love that
I
word.
love cunt. It just sounds awesome.
It does.
It's a great word to
It is
say.
a good
like
word.
I wanna call everybody a cunt.
Yeah.
Like Jeff's a fucking cunt.
Yeah.
Like I
and
love
that's
it.
another thing too is not too many words really work well
does he
with
gotta fuck?
fucking. Like
Fucking
fucking bitch
cunt.
is pretty good.
Yeah.
Fucking
sorry.
asshole.
Fucking asshole.
Fucking
Good.
cunt.
Fucking cunt.
I
There's
mean,
not a
oh.
better
That's
combination.
the curse word you use when
Fucking
you
cunt.
really need to know. You need to know that everybody understands your intent.
Oh yeah. You
when you
fucking
when you
cunt.
use the word cunt.
Or
I mean,
if someone
it's-
cuts you off. Fucking
you
cunt.
fucking cunt. I mean, automatically, you're
Yeah.
a fucking cunt. You cut me off.
You're
Yeah.
such a
You're
fucking cunt.
cutting off cunt. Hunter McCunterson.
Yeah, good word. Good word.
Good word.
So,
Good word,
she
bro.
didn't-
Good
she-
word, bro.
Good word, bro. He didn't like, or she didn't like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's not a.
Well,
it's
you want
not
me
a
to,
he.
you,
It's a
you want
she.
to call her really quick and let her know that we're not trying to embarrass her?
No, let's not
I mean,
call
do you
her.
want me to go ahead
Go
and...
ahead. Just hit read
No,
out.
don't
Here
do
we
it.
go.
Don't do
Yeah.
it. Please don't.
Hi, Chrissy. We're just
No, it's
letting
fine.
you
I'm gonna
know
give her a
that.
call. I mean,
No,
she has
don't-
to know.
really don't
She
call
has
her.
to know that we're not trying to embarrass her, Brett.
Yeah, I'm not a part of this. Do not.
Don't
you
call
are.
her. Don't
Jeff,
call her.
do not call her.
Don't. Oh no.
Jeff, don't call her. Don't you do it. Don't you dial that phone. Don't you dial that phone.
I apologize in advance.
Don't you do it. Jeff, hang up the phone. Jeff, hang up the fucking phone.
Hello?
Jeff,
Hello?
Hello?
who is that? Is that Chrissy or Cindy?
I'm sorry, Cindy. I had to use you as a decoy. I
Gotcha,
apologize.
douchebag.
God, what a faggot.
I was-
Why are you calling me Cindy?
I'm sorry, Cynthia.
Mommy.
Cynthia.
Call her mommy.
Call her mommy.
I apologize, Cynthia.
Say mommy.
All right, adios, bitch.
Kick rock.
I think she would have preferred Cindy.
Yeah, well,
She
she
is
wanted,
the
she wanted to start a
unspoken-
fucking argument. That's what you get.
She is the unspoken mother of the man cave, and you just said all that shit to her.
You defecated on her.
No, I wasn't
Hey, you
trying
know,
to embarrass my wife,
I've
and
taken a lot of
I'm sorry.
shits before in my
Chrissy?
life, but I've never defecated anybody.
Christy, I just want to let you know I was not trying to embarrass you.
She's not going to listen to this.
I mean,
especially
you really think she is going to listen? And not to mention, we're an hour and 20 minutes in.
Yeah, we're hour 30. She's not making it this far.
She may have made it the first 10 minutes. So if you want to go back and re-edit yourself saying, Chrissy, I love you, might be a good idea before. And then maybe she'll listen.
I can't wait to listen to these at work. That's really the only reason I want to do this.
Well, thank you for having us waste our time so you can be
Fuck
entertained
you.
at work.
Dick.
Hey, I'm gonna post them on YouTube. Hey, you're the marketing guy. We make them, so you can have them.
What the fuck am I?
You're just you fill a seat.
You're that guy.
I'm a
Yeah.
faggot.
I mean, you're that guy.
Wow, there goes another 200 million.
You
we're
can't.
running
I mean,
out
you literally.
of people.
We've
got
I'm a
ended-
faggot.
we have
How is
one.
that?
We have one viewer left, and you
His
know who it
name
is?
Carl Smith.
No, he. As soon as we called him, he didn't want to see us anymore.
Call him. Tell him.
Call
right-
Carl
He
Smith.
went right
Don't
to
be a
voicemail.
faggot.
Oh,
It
you know
went-
what? They're at the farm. They don't get
I'm a
service down there.
faggot. Okay.
You're not the faggot. I'm the faggot.
All right. You know what? We're gonna. I don't care if he doesn't like it or not. We're calling him right now.
Josh or
We're calling Josh.
Joshua.
Joshua. You are on the baby and the dingo.
He can't. Dude, give me a bit. Write your own bit, bitch.
So I've reached my phone. Can't come to the phone.
I don't care.
Sorry, that
Sorry.
was a little loud.
Calling my phone. I'm
You've
not
reached
available.
the baby and
I
the
was trying to be
dingo
over-exaggeratory, and I
here
think I
on
broke the
Man
mic.
Cave. Yeah, you're a faggot.
Remind me at 1:31. We got to cut that out.
By the way, I am not against gays at all. When I say faggot, I don't mean any like you're homosexual. I mean faggot like you're being like
Dude.
Louis C.K. would say, like you're.
Oh,
you're being
you know what?
a
I'm
faggot.
glad you brought that up because we're gonna play this.
Play
right
that
now.
one so we can have some clarification on the show.
We're gonna play the best scene of any television cable show ever.
Is it a Louis C.K.?
It is.
Give me some Louis C.K. Absolutely. Poker scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, baby.
Oh yeah.
Okay, here you go. This is why.
But I poop from there. Not
This
right
is-
now, you don't.
Not right now, you don't.
This is why you don't say the word, no matter what the context is. Okay.
I have running water in the toilet. That's all it took.
So this is Louis C.K. and his buddies playing poker.
Harp player. He goes, she's young, cute. He goes, oh, she doesn't work here. Waitresses there hate him since then.
Is that bad?
That's terrible.
You're my sister. And I want to do open mics.
Yes, honest to God.
Behind a Dunkin' Donuts? Okay, sorry.
Yield. All right. All right, 2 gets a 9, that's flushing. Queen gets a jack.
Wait, is this high-low?
Yes, it's high-low. There's a 7 of hearts, 5
What
for
you can
you.
do with this 7? Shove it straight up your mother's shitmaker.
I don't think it'll fit up there. Her ass is so crammed with all those dicks she finds behind the bus station.
That doesn't even make any sense.
Well, see, what Nick is saying is that your mother goes to the bus station and she gets like old thrown away penises there, like out back where they keep those, like in a bin.
She does this so much, their ass is just crammed.
Your mom really does that?
I don't know. I don't talk to her every day.
Hey, man, let me finish.
All right.
And she just crams them in there and uses one of those coffee tampers, you know, for espresso machines.
I
She pushes
got it earlier,
And
but
she,
now
wait a minute, I'm not finished.
Oh, really?
And she just shoves them in there and just it's just compressed. It's like she's almost crushing dicks into like a dick diamond, like a pink diamond. And so, you know, try to get a carton there.
Okay, that does make sense.
What's that feel like, anyways?
What?
The dick in the ass.
You're asking me because I'm gay?
No, I'm asking you because you're very learned. Yeah, I'm asking you. She's the only gay person here.
Are you interested for any particular reason?
You need a breath mint, my friend.
Hey, Rick, is it true there's a club in the city called Jerks, where gay guys just stand around all day and play with each other's dicks?
Yeah, City Jerks.
Oh, my God. What is wrong with you people?
Wait, there's really a club like that?
It's not a club, per se. It's like a floating party. It meets in different locations every week.
And what goes on there?
Jesus, do we need to hear this?
Why don't you just shut up and learn something?
Hey, why don't you shut up?
Nice one.
Don't want to.
Well, City Jerks is a gathering, sometimes in a hotel room, sometimes at a club, and, different places. And it started basically when AIDS did. They wanted to have a club where guys could have like a group sexual outlet, but still play safe. So at this, at these meetings, they get together. Some guys go one-on-one. Some guys go in a huddle.
Like do what? What goes on?
You masturbate each other.
Jesus.
I thought masturbation meant only one person.
So you just stand
This
around
is
in a
fucked
room
up.
and jerk each other off.
Yeah, that's why they call it City Jerks.
Well, you could just watch. A lot of guys like to watch while another guy pleasures himself.
Stop! Stop telling this. I'm gonna puke.
Is there a lesser charge for watching, like standing room?
No.
Like auditing a class?
No, because you never want to.
What's a huddle? You said huddle. What's that?
It's a huddle where you huddle together in a group and everybody reaches in and you kind of help yourself.
To cocks and balls.
Sure.
Oh, my God. What are they in, a candy dish?
Cocks and balls.
Jesus Christ, what are you
That's a circle
people
jerk.
thinking?
Like a quarterback of the huddle, and he's like, you jerk him.
Break. Well, on two.
What do you do if you're there and somebody recognizes you?
Say hi.
Of course.
Pleased to know. Everybody's naked, except for shoes and socks.
Really? Why the shoes and socks?
Well, after a while, the floor is full of...
All right. I get it.
Oh shit.
Gross.
Christ.
That much? Or you got to put on some shoes, like Timberlands. You need some
No,
thick shoes?
just regular shoes with a rubber sole.
Sure. Something
Sure.
stylish though, still.
You could. Florsheim has some stuff,
Or
but,
snowshoes or something.
Flip-flops.
Flippers.
Flip-flops.
Mud clean.
A mud clean. That's another club.
Yeah.
That's one of Jim's clubs.
Mud cleats. I know it's a free country, Rick, and I don't care what you guys do, but...
Thanks, Nick. Next time I'm about to go down on a big, juicy cock, I'll remember it's all right with you.
Well, like I
You should
said,
have that stamped on the head of the cock.
Yeah. Nick and Pooh.
Nick's face.
like I said, I don't care, and God bless you. But I gotta be honest, what you guys do, it really makes me sick. And not on a political Bible level either. I mean, just picturing you touch another guy's dick, that's gross.
Is that how you feel about what we do?
What? Sex with women?
Yeah, you get grossed out thinking about pussy?
I don't think about pussy. I don't care what you guys do. You're the ones who asked me. And you guys ask me this shit every time I'm here. Really, I talk about gay sex more with you guys than I do with any of my gay friends. You guys are obsessed.
Well, I'm curious. I don't know that I'm obsessed.
Really? You, who says faggot on stage more than you say hello?
Hello? Who says hello more than once on stage?
Says hello on stage and all.
Yeah, hello.
I mean, in life. In life, he says more than he says it in life.
Okay. Rick, does it offend you when I say that word?
What word? Hello?
No, faggot.
Yeah, does it bother you when he says the word faggot?
No, it bothers me when you say it, because you mean it.
Yeah, but really, as a comedian and a gay guy, you're the only gay comic I know. Do you think I shouldn't be using that word on stage?
I think you should use whatever word you want. And when you use it on stage, I can see it's funny, and I don't care. But are you interested to know what it might mean to gay men?
Yeah, I am interested.
Well, the word faggot really means a bundle of sticks used for kindling in a fire. Now, in the Middle Ages, when they used to burn people they thought were witches, they used to burn homosexuals too. And they used to burn the witches at a stake, but they thought the homosexuals were too low and disgusting to be given a stake to be burned on. So they used to just throw them in with the kindling, with the other faggots. So that's how you get flaming faggot.
So what you're saying is gay people are a good alternative fuel source.
So they get the term diesel dyke.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You might want to know that every gay man in America has probably had that word shouted at them when they're being beaten up. Sometimes many times. Sometimes by a lot of people all at once. So when you say it, it kind of brings that all back up. But, you know, by all means use it, get your laughs, but, you know, now you know what it means.
Way to kill the mood.
Just got deep.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay,
what the
thanks,
fuck?
faggot.
No
We'll keep that in
pun.
mind.
So that's why you shouldn't use the word no matter what, Brett.
Well, now I'm educated on it, so my apologies. I wasn't using it as gay bashing. I was using it as, hey, don't be a douche.
Let's be honest here. What really happened is on the way over, Brett used his phone, got on the internet, looked up the definition, and said, I am going to find a way to insert this and insult as many people as possible.
He's scratching his mustache on the microphone.
Yeah, because no one really takes anything Jeff says seriously. Let's be honest.
Well,
Let's be honest.
If we're
Really?
If we're being
Really?
honest.
You just got in trouble for saying faggot.
I got in trouble? What is our...
I was about to send you to the principal's office.
Is our managers from upstairs, they're gonna come down, you know?
She's sleeping.
Our sponsors are pissed.
Oh boy. Well,
I think we're closing in on.
yeah, I
that
think
being
this
a
was
I
a
think
good
this
time.
might be the closing time. Finish
So you
with-
guys just want to drink some beer and play some pool?
We could
Sounds good.
drink some beer,
Let's
play
do
some
that.
pool.
Well-
Let's close every show out with Semisonic. Some closing time.
Okay, let's let me pull it up.
I think that's a
wish I
perfect
would have
way
had
to
it.
end each show.
And
I
as
wish I
always,
had
I'd
it
like
queued.
to thank our sponsors.
Listen,
Pfizer,
Bush
Signature,
Bush is
Miller
always
Lite,
my sponsor.
Bud Light,
I will
Doritos,
let
Do-
everyone
Locos
know
Tacos,
this show is
the St. Louis Rams,
we drink the whole time. we're on.
Sidewalk Chalk,
Would you shut your faggoty mouth?
dartboards.
Seriously,
you just had this
It just
entire
keeps
conversation.
coming.
Just
It just
shut
keeps
your
on
stupid
coming.
mouth.
I'm pretty sure that he is the one.
I
that
am
likes
the
cock
one.
and balls in or around his
Cock
mouth
and
area.
huge dick.
All right,
in my mouth.
well,
Jeff, shut up.
this has
Listen,
been fun.
We've been drinking, and we enjoy.
I'll add the song at the end so it's professional.
What
Like
song?
I'll just cut it in.
No, let's add it in.
You just wanted to play it right now?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
We'll just kind of,
Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brett's song.
request. He
My
gets-
request.
He gets
I
his
think
one.
it-
He gets his one thing.
I think it's a good way to end the
It's
show.
just like when you take your kid to the store and you're
Why
like,
don't-
you
why
get
don't- here,
one
hold on.
thing if you're
Why
good.
don't- If we're gonna do this, okay, let me.
Let
If we're
you-
gonna
let
if we're
you
gonna-
let you.
If we are gonna
Let me
do this,
help you. Help me help
Okay, sounds
you.
good. Sounds good. This is a good way to close every song. Of ideas if they actually
Sure.
listen to it, or
Sure.
we can come up with our own ideas. Either way, we'll be back next week.
Yeah, let's do that.
Look, keep it open.
All right, love
Keep
you.
it sexy.